Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review of Pixar's Onward. This will not have any spoilers in it, so you don't have to worry. I'm excited to review it and I'm excited to talk about it. And yeah, so I hope you stick around to hear my thoughts. But before I do that, I would like to sincerely apologize to all of my subscribers for being quite absent the past month, maybe even longer than that. I've kind of been absent everywhere on social media, just everywhere. Links in the bio to my social media if you want slightly more frequent content than on my channel. But I've just been so overwhelmed with schoolwork that I have not had time to even go to the movies. So I'm hoping to see Birds of Prey tomorrow. I am really glad I got to see this movie when I did, but yeah, I've been very far behind. I wanted to review Parasite before the Oscars aired, but I didn't get the chance to do that and never ended up even filming it. I loved Parasite, but yeah, I've just been so busy, and ultimately my schooling does come first, especially considering how much money I pay for it. So yeah, I apologize for that because I know I kind of promised that when I got home from studying abroad I would post more content, but unfortunately I've just literally barely been sleeping. I've been doing so much homework, which is a result of me taking a semester to go abroad. I now just have a lot of work heavy classes all happening at once, but I appreciate all of your patience with me. I'm really excited to hopefully in the second half of the semester, now that I've gotten my footing, even though I'm gonna have even more work in the second half, hopefully I'll be able to work out a routine and try and get to the movies more, because a lot of movies are coming out that I really want to see this spring, and I know that you guys probably want to hear me review some of them, so it'll be fine. I will get to the movies, especially for something like Black Widow, so no worries in something like that. But again, I feel really bad. I really want to see Birds of Prey, so we'll get there. But again, thank you for your patience, and now I will be reviewing Onward. So I was very, very excited to see this movie. I've been looking forward to it from the moment it was announced. I think part of the reason I was really looking forward to it was because of Chris Pratt and Tom Holland being the voice and the part of the voice cast, and I'm a huge Marvel fan, so that was really cool to me. And then I love some of the other people in the voice cast, like Octavia Spencer, so that was really cool. And then I also just, after the release of the first trailer and kind of hearing the concept of the movie, I thought it was just really beautiful, and I loved the mix of modern times with fantasy elements. It was just really cool. And I think the things that I was so excited to see in the movie, they did really well. So Tom Holland and Chris Pratt both did an amazing job voicing their characters, just really, really well. And I'm very impressed. I know that Chris Pratt does really good voice work from the Lego movies, which were hysterical. So I knew he could do it. And then Tom Holland recently had Spies in Disguise come out over Christmas, and I loved that movie, which I did review, and I thought he did a really good job voice acting there too. So I kind of knew that both of the actors would be kind of reliable going into this, but I still get a little bit worried when I go into an animated movie and I know I know the actors and I've seen them in a lot of different things, because I want to get lost in their characters and not just hear their voices. I think at times I was kind of pulled out, because I was like, wow, that is so that is just so something. Tom Holland is that noise, or that shriek or something. I'm like, he's done that as Spider-Man, but he kind of always plays very similar characters. Tom Holland kind of has become typecasted into very similar roles. So I'm excited in future films that are coming out, like the Uncharted movie, and at some point Chaos Walking, which has recently been given a release date, but he's always kind of in similar types of roles, like a nerdy loner kind of kid. So I think for that reason I was like, this is Tom Holland. But I did often get really lost in his character, so that was good. And Ian was just so relatable to me. So not for the loss of parents and that kind of stuff, but just being like generally awkward and having trouble like having confidence and being assertive. Like if someone was like said something and like or was doing something that was annoying me, I would like have a really like I have a really hard time like standing up to that person and being like, please stop. So just like that kind of like awkwardness I really related to. And then Chris Pratt, I really loved his character. Just I loved the brotherly love aspect of it. I thought he was so strongly written and had such a good arc, and at the end of the film you'll just like be so in love with all of the characters. It's just so beautiful. And on that note, I would love to talk about Dan Scanlon, who I know that this movie is kind of loosely based on his relationship with his brother, and I think it's so beautiful, and I'd be curious to see just how much is echoed in the movie from his real life. Like, are any of the pictures of their family kind of like recreated? I was just curious to know about that, and I'm definitely going to look into it a little bit more, because I think the brotherly love that's in this movie is so touching and heartwarming, and like the emotional core of the film, that it's just, I mean, I have a big brother, but I'm not like, we're not brothers. We have a different dynamic than I know that two brothers would, but I related to being able to like look up to someone in the way that Ian looks up to him. And I just, it was really funny because my brother's name is Ian. And I saw this movie with my parents, which was cute. But again, I just loved that relationship. I thought it was so well written and just so well done, and like so purely family Pixar lovey mushy kind of stuff. And the messages and just the way they did the ending and just everything about this, I thought was what it should have been, you know? Like the story went where I wanted it to go, even if I felt like I didn't want it to go there. And I'm just overall kind of just pleased with it. So this, I think, was quite a different sort of Pixar film. It kind of felt a little bit less like anything Pixar's done before, which was really cool and also kind of strange at the same time. I think that it was really beautiful, definitely had some tearjerker moments, which is totally on brand for Pixar. I don't know if it's my favorite Pixar movie, but it's definitely one that I would watch again and again, and honestly I think it's maybe in my top 5, maybe. My favorite Pixar movie by far is Finding Nemo, and I don't think anything can top that, but this one is really cute, and I think it's just a really fun movie that I hope people go see with their families. Like, if you have a brother, like, or a sibling, just any older sibling, like, definitely go see this movie with them, because I don't know, it was just so heartwarming, and I hope that my best friend goes to see it with her older sister. I don't know, I like seeing her reaction to like really strong sibling relationships in movies and TV shows, because I know that her relationship with her sister in particular is incredibly strong, and I kind of like see that inserted into some things I watch, because it's like has left such an impact on me. So yeah, those things really loved. I thought even just the opening of the film did a really good job of establishing the world and letting us into where we were, and everything, like the low point just like gutted me, and it just like felt like a proper good emotional family friendly magical but modern adventure film, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun, and it never took itself too seriously. Like every time I was like, oh my god, this is so, like there would be a moment where I'd be like, that's kind of cute, like, or like you would laugh, and it wasn't brutal, even though it was a very serious and like kind of gut-wrenching plot. The themes explored in this are heavy, but I think Pixar per usual does a good job of not making them too heavy or too brutal. Like it felt very like not too light, but just light enough, like just light enough where you felt like you could breathe throughout the film, like you weren't like clenched, like on the verge of tears the whole time. And my whole screening was filled with families and kids, so, and they all loved it. And the woman next to me, who was really loud, was she was just a grown adult and she was having the time of her life. So, I mean, I think as all Pixar films are, it's for all ages, and I really think that it's a good one to take your families to, or to just go alone too. I mean, I would totally go watch this again with my friends or even just alone. And I think the rewatchability is also really strong. It's just overall like really entertaining and creative. Like, it's very creative. And I love the blend of modern and fantasy elements because you don't see that very often. It's just really cool. Like, usually other things are usually just set in the past or set in the future, or they're more futuristic with like little fantasy elements sprinkled in, but this is like full on fantasy world, but they have like cell phones. So it's just like, I think they do a really good job of establishing it again in the first like 10 minutes, and I just really liked it. I really enjoyed it overall. I thought it was really heartfelt. I did tear up, but I really didn't want to cry, so I kind of like didn't let myself, but because I don't know why, I was not in the mood, but they really had me tearing up at the end in particular, but at multiple times. And overall, I really like it, and I really love the character of Ian. And there's some moments in this film where I literally was like, screenshot, set as desktop photo. So it was also a really pretty movie. And just props to all the animators and everything, because there's so many moments. Like, every Pixar movie has this one new thing where it's like, oh my god, this was like the new feat, the new thing they accomplished. Like in The Good Dinosaur, I'm pretty sure it was the water that was like a really big deal, how detailed they made the water. And then I know in Incredibles 2, it was Violet blow drying her hair. So there's always one little Easter egg of Pixar things that is like their new feat in animation, and I'm not even sure what it was in this one. My first instinct was it was like writing, like having someone write something, but I don't know. You guys are gonna have to watch the movie and you're gonna have to tell me in the comments down below what you guys think the new feat of animation is in Pixar's Onward. And you're also gonna have to tell me if you see any Pixar Easter eggs, because I should have been looking harder for one from Soul. I feel like I saw one, but I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to spoil it. So keep the spoilers out of the comments down below, or at least give a spoiler warning and then do like a few dots and then have the read more thing. But I think I saw an Easter egg for Soul, but I feel like I was wrong, and there might be a less obvious one somewhere. So I'm curious to see if you guys like got any of that. I didn't see the pizza party truck. I didn't see the Luxo ball. I wasn't looking very hard, but I'd be curious to see if you guys saw those things. And another thing that's like totally rewatchable about this movie is trying to look for all the Easter eggs that Pixar always puts in, like A113. Didn't even, literally, it was probably on a license plate. It had to have been on a license plate. Look at the license plates when you watch this movie and tell me if you see A113. I was totally not leaving. I was like totally not. I completely forgot to look for those things. I guess I have to see it again. Okay, well, please, again, let me know in the comments down below all of your thoughts on Pixar's Onward. Do you want to see it? Do you not want to see it? What do you think about the voice cast? Who are you most excited to see? And yeah, there's so many things I could go into if this were a spoiler review, but I'm not going to do that, and I don't think it's entirely necessary. I think I can just say that I liked the ending. I will say though that I don't think it was necessary or appropriate for Disney to advertise that this film had an LGBT character that was like integral to the emotional core of the film. I don't having seen the movie, I think it just would have been so much better if they just didn't say anything. Like, they don't need to make an announcement. It's fine. Like, it makes it worse that they made the announcement and it was kind of exaggerated. So that's that opinion, which we will totally not go into. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching and for bearing with me. And I would really love to hear all of your thoughts down below. Like, please talk to me. And again, I'm so sorry for being so absent. Thank you. Subscribe if you want to see more of my coverage from Pixar movies going forward and other films that are coming out soon. And And yeah, okay, well, this video has gotten way too long, and okay, well, I'm just gonna end it here. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you liked the movie Onward, and if you want, even rank your favorite Pixar movies down below. Alright, have a good day, everyone. Bye.